January 12th, 2026. Today's operations will be shaped by a broad, amplified ridge over the western U.S., supporting unseasonably warm and generally quiet conditions from the Rockies to the Pacific, while clipped shortwave energy and a weak frontal zone curling through the upper Midwest into the Northeast promotes pockets of elevated winter impacts and elevated wind fields across the Central Plains and parts of the Ohio Valley. In the west, high pressure dominates with light winds aloft and surface, promoting VFR conditions at most western hubs and valley fog potential in lower basins where inversion and low stratus can linger into the morning and redevelop overnight around Boise and the Snake River Plain. Expect calm wind fields but patchy restrictions near ground level. Across the Central Plains into the Midwest, southerly flow ahead of an inland, quasi-stationary boundary will bring a significant warm advection regime with deepening moisture. This favors a modest convective environment today, most notably over eastern Kansas, into Missouri and far eastern Nebraska, where isolated thunderstorms could produce strong wind gusts and brief heavy rain that would affect EWR and STL arrival flows later today. Overnight growth of elevated showers is possible with low caps and stronger low-level jets enhancing mixing potential. Further east across the Ohio Valley into Pennsylvania and New York, Clipper interactions off the front will support mixed precipitation and lake effect enhancements downwind of the Great Lakes, with gusty northwest winds and occasional snow showers at CIN, CLE, and BUF, leading to localized reductions in ceiling/visibility and potential airborne icing in colder layers on approach. In the Northeast Corridor, weak disturbances aloft and residual boundary interactions will hold a chance of low clouds and flurries. So crews into BOS, BHL, and LGA should watch for brief MVFR bands mixing with VFR. Down the Appalachians into the southeast, the warmth aloft and deep moisture remains limited, keeping convective risks low in most terminals like ATL, CLT, and RDU in dry VFR conditions with light winds, but cool surface temps and residual stratoQ cloud decks limiting mixing heights. Along the Gulf Coast and Florida Peninsula, cool surface air persists with high relative humidity and a rip current risk offshore, but little organized precipitation. Expect mostly VFR at MIA, JAX, and TPA with sea breeze-induced stratus, possible near coastal TAF sites through mid-morning. Offshore and tropical basins remain quiet with no active cyclones. Overall, today's pattern is warm and benign in the west and southeast with pockets of aviation impacts from elevated winter mixing and Clipper-enhanced showers across the northern mid-Atlantic and Great Lakes, and isolated convective wind risks across the Central Plains that could affect midday and evening en route segments.